What's up everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video is going to be another dupes video. I love doing these dupes videos. I did one a few months ago and now I want to share 5 more awesome dupes with you. I have 3 lip dupes, an eyeshadow dupe, and a highlighter dupe. So I'm really excited. So I suppose we should just get right into it. So the first dupe I have for you guys is for the NARS eyeshadow. This is one of the NARS single eyeshadows in Himalia. Look, it looks like this. It's a nice taupey silvery color. These NARS eyeshadows are insanely overpriced. They're like $29 or something ridiculous. And honestly, I feel like they're only okay. This is what it looks like right here. They're smooth, they're pretty pigmented, but I feel like there's a lot of comparable things, although they do have some cool colors, and in each of them you get a little mirror, which I think is also really cool. And the dupe I found for it was in a, guys, in a Wet n Wild eyeshadow. Just take a minute to think about that. A $1.99 Wet n Wild eyeshadow. It is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow in Nutty. This is what it looks like right here. This is like an exact dupe. When I was looking at them, I was like, oh my god, I think these are dupes. And then I swatched them and I was like, can you even like tell a difference? I honestly can't tell a difference. If I had to say anything, maybe the NARS eyeshadow is a little bit more purpley, but honestly, I can't tell. The Wet n Wild one is just as pigmented, just as smooth, just as amazing. It's literally perfection. It is absolutely stunning, and the price difference is ridiculous. So the next dupe I have for you is a highlighter, and it is a dupe for OFRA's Rodeo Drive highlighter. I actually just got this in my BoxyCharm and I'm wearing it today. It's so gorgeous, so stunning, so intense without being like super glittery and sparkly, which I really like, because sometimes when highlighters are too glittery, they just don't look right on the cheeks, but this one's a nice glowy sort of look. And the dupe I found for it is this Makeup Revolution Pro Illuminate highlighter. So this one is ginormous, but I was looking at Rodeo Drive and I was like, this looks so similar and so familiar to something, even when I put it on my cheeks, and then I realized it was this. So the Makeup Revolution one is a little bit like creamier and butterier than Rodeo Drive is. But other than that, the formulas are pretty similar. That's what they look like swatched side by side. If anything, Rodeo Drive has a slight bit more gold in it, but honestly, you really can't tell a difference. And in the pan, they look identical. But look at that. Can you guys even tell like a difference? Makeup Revolution one has a slight bit more of like a whitish color, and the OFRA one has a little bit more of a gold tone, but swatched, they're like the exact same thing. No glitter, no sparkle, just beautifulness. Okay, moving on to lip dupes. This is probably the one I'm most excited about because it's the dupe for Buxom's White Russian. I recently bought this and I absolutely love it. It is so creamy, and I love the formula of Buxom's lip glosses, how they're so tingly, and the smell, they're just amazing. So I'll show you guys what it looks like right here. Here it is right there. It's just a nice pale pinky peachy nude, and the dupe I found for it is Colourpop's Fairy Floss. I know, right? So Colourpop's lip glosses are also really beautiful. They have a similar consistency, but I do feel like if anything, the Buxom one's a bit stickier, and also the Colourpop one doesn't have that same tingliness that the Buxom one gives. But look, these guys are literally identical. They're both very creamy, very shiny, pigmented without being too like gloppy. They're just a really nice formula, both of them, and the price difference is ridiculous. Okay, next I have a dupe for OFRA's Miami Fever. This is what Kathleen Lights collaborated with OFRA a few years ago. It's a beautiful, unique, orangey, pumpkin, reddish sort of shade. It's just a really, really pretty color, very unique, not super wearable, but it is a really pretty color. And the dupe I found for it is another Colourpop dupe, and it is Colourpop's Ultra Matte Lip in Speed Dial. So there is a difference in the formulas. Colourpop has a lot more liquidiness to it, and it can be more drying. I feel like their newer colors aren't as drying as their older colors, but OFRA has a more moussey sort of consistency. So this is what they look like swatched side by side. If I had to say anything, Colourpop has a little bit more of like a brick red, and Miami Fever has a little bit of an orangey color, but this is more of a, if you have one or the other, you don't need the other. Like, they're literally the same thing. For some reason, Speed Dial looks a lot more wearable in the tube, but when you swatch them, you realize that, like, they're really super similar. If you don't like one or the other's formula, and you don't really care if it's Kathleen Light's color or not, you can really just get one or the other. You don't need both. But I got Miami Fever because I loved Kathleen and I wanted to support her. But Speed Dial just kind of happened to be a dupe. And the last dupe I have for you is not an exact one, but I did want to mention it because it's more of a color dupe as opposed to a formula dupe. The prices on these aren't actually very dissimilar. They're pretty similar, I believe, but it's more of, if you like this color but you don't like the formula, then this is how you can still get that same look. So I have Clinique's Punch Pop lipstick. This is a little sample of it. This is what it looks like. It's a really pretty hot pink. It's not too cool, not too warm. I would say, if anything, it is a little bit more on the cool tone side, but it's a nice, almost neutral, hot electric pink. The dupe I have for it is a Bella from Stila. So the reason why I wanted to dupe this is because I don't like the Stila liquid lipstick formula at all. I prefer many others to this one. I know there's a lot of other people out there that feel the same. They just don't like Stila's formula. And so if you want to get that same color, you can go for the Clinique lipstick. And I'm sure there's many drugstore dupes. I just personally don't wear this type of lipstick often, so these are the only two I have that are like hot pink. But honestly, they are literally the exact same color. Stila's just looks a little bit more like pigmented, a little bit different because it is a liquid lipstick. It's going to stay a long time, but I find that the Stila formula tends to crumble on me, whereas a lipstick like the Clinique lipstick, even though it's not completely matte, it is not patchy, and it's a very pretty color. So that one's more of a, maybe you don't like the formula, but you still want that color. This is another option. Okay, you guys, so that's all the dupes I had for you guys today. I hope you guys liked this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Hey, what's up everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video is going to be my first ever BoxyCharm unboxing. I am